Good morning, rise and shine. Happy hump day. Come on in, like the video, like, share, subscribe. I'm coming to you with another episode of Car Chronicles. I have some updates for you. So come on in, come on in. Come on in, like the video. I have some updates from President Trump. I have some updates from yours truly, Elon Musk. Come on in. It's a lot to talk about. Put your comments in the chat. I'll read them when I can. Let me know your thoughts on these updates. Good morning, Dr. J. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. I have some updates that I would like to share. Let some more people come in before I get into the updates. I'm well, thank you. Driving into the office, so we're doing a Car Chronicles because this is what I do when I am en route into the office. Listen, we don't have the air taxi yet. So I got to drive and talk. Yesterday evening, I talked about the future of air taxis that are supposed to come. I think they would initially be in New York. Air taxi. Can you imagine taking an air taxi to work? No longer sitting in traffic, spending an hour or more in your commute, taking a quick 5-10 minute air taxi to your destination. It's the way of the future. Come on in, hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe. I have some updates for you. President Trump, he's still having conversations with lots of people. He said, listen, we trying to work it out with China. I know people mad about what's going on, but we working on some things. So Trump is optimistic. The administration is optimistic that the U.S. and China will eventually come to some type of agreement. Right now, neither country has removed their tariffs from the table. I believe we're at about 245% tariffs on China. It's 145 or 245. I was seeing 245 last week, 245%. So, but I think they have a lot of tariffs on us right now. I think they're over 100% as well. So they're definitely playing tit for tat. You know how that goes, tit for tat. So both countries are still doing that. But it's been reported, from the White House that there are conversations and things being had. No detail has come out of, said conversations, but they are having conversations. Now, Trump is also having conversations with executives or he had a meeting. I think he had the meeting yesterday. Executives from Walmart, Target, and Home Depot. Walmart, Target, and Home Depot. Listen, folks trying to talk to this man because they like, listen, these tariffs, they effing us up. They messing us up, President. They're messing us up. So executives from from these companies, these American companies, they're meeting with President Trump in hopes that they can get some type of relief when it comes to these tariffs, some exemptions. on like even some of the items that they sell. Y'all know Target already down bad anyway. They effed around and found out with the whole DEI. So they ain't been right for a little minute. So even outside of the tariffs, outside of the tariffs, Target's numbers ain't been looking right. So the tariffs just kind of probably just sent them over the edge. The tariffs sent Target over the edge because they said the numbers ain't been numbering since they removed the DEI. And you know you desperate when you calling on the Al Sharpton to be like, listen, I saw what you did when you took them people on that field trip. What was that, to Sam's with them little gift cards and took them shopping? We want you. We want the same. We want the Al Sharpton effect. We want you to come and do that for our establishment. Can you hand out some little gift cards, put them on the bus, and bring them over to our stores? Because listen, the numbers have not been numbering for a little bit. So Reverend Al, Reverend Al, can we holler at you? Can we holler at you? We can't listen. Talk to us. What we need to do? Can we help? Listen. Can we help with some gift cards so you can hand them out to the people because they're not coming to our stores like that anymore, and so the foot traffic. So apparently, you all with these stores, there is technology. Not surprised, but I just never heard it talked about. There's technology that can measure like the foot traffic that goes in and out of stores, so they can tell like if whether or not like they can tell if whether or not there's a change with the traffic coming through the stores. So they're seeing that there's not much traffic coming through their stores anymore, and then of course the bottom line is down. Their bottom. Hold on. All right. All right, want to turn off my GPS. So the bottom line isn't what it was. So they're seeing a change in their numbers. Double tap the screen, hit the like button for me, please. So Target is feeling very desperate right now because they're like, we can't keep going on like this with our numbers looking like this. So what do we need to do? Here's my thoughts on that. Here, if I were a PR person and I was the PR for Target, this is what I would tell them. Because of the timing and right now them wanting to just, hey, just get people back in their stores, it's not coming off really genuine that, hey, you really have really taken a different stance on what your thoughts are as far as with the DEI. You're just seeing the hit with your bottom line. So it has your attention. It doesn't mean it changed how you feel. It just means that it has your attention. So what I would do, what I would say to Target if I was the PR is like, yo, this is what you need to do. Okay, you can work with Sharpton, whoever you want to work with, but money talks. What you need to do is pay out, put money into things that people, because the people got mad largely of people of color. I don't know if really people from the community, when I say the community, I'm referencing like the LGBT community. I don't know if there was like really an impact there, but I know I heard a lot of like people of color feeling a way about, the removal of DEI. So whoever these groups were who they just upset, it would be in their best benefit to financially invest in those groups in some type of way. So when it comes to black people, if they, and I do know black people are in a feeling centered around the DEI. What they would need to do is invest in black things that black people care about, organizations, HBCUs. It's the money. Because right now they're crying because they're not getting the money in. So people not going to sympathize with you by paying out money, right? No. They'll be more likely to give you the benefit of the doubt when they see you paying out money. You got to come off the money, Target, not look for the people to come off the money. So the only way Target can try to turn this around is if they start going in their pocket and putting money into different things that people who they pissed off care about. That will get people's attention. People are moved by money, and when you're investing in things, that is going to get people's attention. I'm telling you, it will work. That's what they are going to have to do. Stop talking about, okay, y'all come back shopping with us. No, go in your pocket, Target. You got to go in your pocket. You got to pay like you weigh. People not trying to hear that. You got to pay like you weigh. Once people start seeing that you putting out money, you got all these millions of dollars in scholarship money you putting in, you investing in this, you investing in that. You listen, I'm telling you, that will turn things around when the people who got upset when they see you are investing into them. Not the rich where, oh, you're letting more brands come on your shelf. No, because that's making you money. It has to be removed from that. It's not about bringing the people back in the store. It's about, hey, you know what? I know y'all left. I know you left. Our bad. But let us show you how much we value you. You need to show that value by forking out the money. You gotta spend the money. Target has to spend the money and not focus on getting people of color to come in to spend their money. They have to spend the money. That is what I would tell them if I was the PR, because it is more likely that you'll start to get those people back coming through your stores if they see you starting to move differently, if they see you starting to spend and invest in these people who I don't know, I'll just say offended for a lack of better term, you offended. People will be like, all right then, wow, I see him. I guess they learned their lesson. Okay, wow, they did that. They paid out money. Oh, snap. They donated how much to Howard? How much to Spelman? What? Clark got what? They giving how much for scholarships? How many kids they say they funded in private school? That needs to be the headline. That has to be the headline. Otherwise, they're done. Because the thing about what I'm seeing in these comments for these people who have stopped effing with Target, they're done. They're done. They're like, no, F Target. I'm not going back there. So they can go talk to Al Sharpton they can go talk to Al Sharpton all they want to. It's not going to work. Because talking to Al Sharpton is him trying to get black people to come into their stores to spend their money. Target, what are you going to do for these people? Not what can they do for you? What are you going to do for them? You have to change the narrative. They're focused on us. What are you, Sheik? Sheik? What can you do for Target? Can you come in Target and spend your money? Can you come in Target and spend your money? Versus me saying, damn, Target spending money like that into us? Oh, bet. They doing what in the black community? Oh, T.I. better watch out. He got some competition. Target trying to say, you ain't doing nothing, player. We about to build this and this for the black community to do this. You see what I'm saying? I guarantee you that's going to make a difference. I don't care what nobody say, because black people, we get moved when we see people investing in us. That ish makes headline. Tell me that don't make headline when you see X amount of money invested in the HBCUs or people's college. Here's one of this. Target, graduation season coming up. Perfect time. Wipe out some of these people's student loans. I talked about this yesterday on my live. Student loans, Cinco de Mayo got a whole new meaning this year. Effective May 5th. 2025, you need to start back paying your student loans. Many people have not made a payment on their student loans in a year or more. In 2020, during that time when the pandemic happened, and pretty much all of the Biden administration, they put a hold where you didn't have to pay on your student loans. You didn't have to pay on your student loans. So now I think for Target, given that we're in a season where people have to start having to pay back student loans, I feel like if they were to pop out and be like, yo, we about to take care of student loans, you don't think that them people whose student loans they about to take care of ain't gonna start effing with Target? Stop playing. Yes, the heck they will. Let somebody who right now pissed off at Target and Target talking about, yo, come over here. I got a check for you. I'm about to wipe out that student loan for you. Heck yeah, they gonna do business with Target. Stop playing. You are MF and lie if you don't think that if Target come on and tell you I'm gonna wipe out your bill, your student loan, that you not finna rock with Target and support them because they done something for you. You lying to yourself if you think that the average person is not going to show appreciation that way because that person came in and did that for them. This ish isn't rocket science, it's common sense. It's give and take. Relationships are give and take. Target needs to show that they are willing to give back and put into these communities who have been showing support to them for many years. That is what they need to do. That is what they need to do. That is business. That is strategy. That is strategy. Money talks. I talk about on this live, money is what makes the world go round. Everything is rooted in money. You may not like it. It ain't got nothing to do with what you like. Facts over feelings. This world, everything we talk about, what I talk about on this channel is rooted in money. Everything. These student loans and you having to pay that student loan, because I'm sure a lot of you on this live got student loans that you need to start back paying on that you probably can't remember the last time you made a payment on. That's money. Money that a lot of people don't have. But guess what? I was listening to what that lady who's over the education sector, she said, listen here, I hear the complaints, people moaning and stuff about not wanting to pay this bill, but this is your bill. We need that money paid. We need that money paid. So go on the website, get into the different payment plans and options and things that they got, because you need to figure it out. You need to figure it out because you got to pay this bill. We got to get this debt down. It shouldn't have been allowed to go on as long as it has, with people not needing or having to pay their bill, a bill that's rightfully there. She said many people ain't paid a bill in at least a year. I know it's been more than that because I saw online that in 2020 a lot of people got their bill put on hold. So there's a lot of people. There's 5.3 billion people, 5.3 million people. Let me see, is that million or billion? There are a lot of people, y'all, who are in default on their student loans. In all, it's in the trillions on how much money that is owed just in student loans. But then when you just with the default plus, the people who have been listen, Linda, it's a lot of money out there, and they like, listen, y'all need to pay that money back. Y'all need to pay that money back. You have to pay that money back. That is your debt, and it's not going anywhere. Student loan forgiveness, they said, is that just translate to it being pushed over to someone else, another area, department, division, whatever. That money, it still has to be paid. It's just a matter of who's going to pay it. So the forgiveness is just the forgiveness to you, Sheik. It's somebody else is paying it. It's forgiven for you, but it's taken on by someone else or another sector. So she's like, it has to be paid. And here's the thing. If you don't pay it, You are at risk of it showing up on your credit report, which can hinder you from making purchases such as homes, buying vehicles, and it can also result in garnishment of wages. They are not playing. They said, listen, this money has to be paid, and we are willing to take this aggressive approach to get it paid because it has to get paid. And she said, we gonna work with you. Go to the website, look into the different options, start having conversations with whoever you need to. Call that little number. You might gonna be sitting on hold for a minute, but that's all I got for you, because you gonna pay this bill, and if you do not pay this bill, you are going to. She just said, "Listen, you don't want to ignore that bill. How about that?" She said, You do not want to ignore that student loan bill. The country cannot afford to ignore the student loan bill. That debt that's out there is contributed, like it's factored in when they factor in just the debt that we have just within this country. A lot of it is from student loans. But I still stand on, I do not feel like the vast majority of the American people are not paying their student loans, or in the past have not paid their student loans, or defaulted on them, or fell behind, whatever. I don't feel that people are just consciously saying, hey, I just don't want to pay my bill. I think people generally don't have it. People generally don't, they don't have it. So you can't pay what you don't have, right? But listen, while I'm on live talking about y'all, folks ain't got it, food prices high, this, and that, and the third. President Trump talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, because the economy is good. Food prices are lower. They've gone down. Eggs have gone down. Gas, he said somewhere, y'all can let me know on the chat because I ain't seen it here in Georgia. He said gas was like $1.98 a gallon. Where y'all seeing that at? I'm in Georgia. I'm in Metro Atlanta. I have not seen it under $2. Really, I haven't seen it under $2.50. Let me know in this chat what the gas is looking like where you at. Because he did say yesterday gas is down at $1.98 a gallon. So that's what he said. He said energy down, food prices down. He said only thing that's not down right now is interest rates. And he likes it. I listen, that ain't on me. They need to work on that. Who is that? Is that Jerome? Jerome? What's his name? Jerome Powell? Is that man name? Jerome? I promise you, he the only white Jerome I know on this earth. But I think he's probably responsible for that. But he was like, listen, I don't know what the interest rates are right now, but he was like, that's the only thing that's not down. But child, everything else down. He said, y'all better get into them numbers. Stop playing. He like, y'all can keep listening to CNN if you want to. They're going to have you effed up around here. So y'all do your research. I always say, do your research. Look into things yourself. Speaking of what else is down right now, Tesla and them numbers, they sure are. They're down. Mm-hmm. They down. Elon down real bad, y'all. That man down real bad. His sales have fallen by more than 71% since last year. This year, right now, they're down 41%. This man has already lost $73 billion. Now you know your money long when a headline say you lost 73 billion, but it ain't no headline talking about your spot have been replaced with being the richest man of whatever, of all the land. So even with a loss of $73 billion, this man's money is still just stupid crazy. Like even with an L like that, even with a loss like that, $73 billion. So Elon's feeling the pain too, because no matter how I believe, and I've heard the rich, the people getting to the money talk about it. An L is an L. So I may look at it and be like, well, Elon, it's 73 billion, but you still worth a trillion, whatever you got. People, whether you got it or you don't, nobody likes to take a L. Nobody likes to lose money regardless. And I've heard people before on past lives that I've done where they be like, oh, Elon ain't sweating it. He ain't worried. Yes, the heck he is. Have y'all ever noticed or you hear about the people who got the most money are the ones who like most tight when it comes to their money? It be the ones that ain't got it that be the one that's just real reckless with their stuff. The people who get into the money, y'all ever see, you hear talks about how rich people be real cheap and frugal because they're mindful with how they spend their money. They watch everything. And I'm like, when you really think about it, it makes sense. That's why they got it. Because they like, let me see that receipt. You done charged me. This supposed to be $7. You done charged me an extra 50 cent. Y'all know, some of y'all might have gotten mad when you've seen, I've heard people talk about when their parents used to do that when they were younger in the store, like challenge something for just something like 50 cent. And they would just be so embarrassed, like, oh my God, mom. But then when they got older, they started to realize, like, I see why my parents really watch their bottom line. That ish can add up. Imagine somebody getting over on you 50 cent every time you go to check out. Like, that adds up. So what I say is that a lot people who get into the bag, they understand the importance of knowing where every dime is going. Those of you who get into it, who got nice bank accounts, y'all better talk about it and let people know. You better talk about it. They know where all their money is going. They know where all their money is going. Is no question about what got spent out, whatever. They watch their money very well, very closely. So no, they don't want to take an L just like me and you, who money don't look nowhere near like that. So don't think that just because he rich, he ain't feeling it. No, he don't even act like he not feeling it. When I be seeing him looking up, sitting up there talking to people, he be looking just as pitiful and butthurt. He be looking like how I was looking when I thought I just recently lost $50 on a product that just wasn't working out for me. Y'all, I'm like, if this product don't work, I'm surely about to call my bank and tell me I've been defrauded. I got the product to work, but what I'm saying is, listen, the way I felt about $53 and 42 cents, this is how this man feeling about $73 billion. Nobody wants to take a loss or feel like something was a waste. You're trying to get that money back, right? I was talking to somebody at work. Y'all, she had ordered this shirt from, I think it came from Shein. What's that? I think it came from Shein. I think it was a few dollars. I don't think it was Temu. I think it was Shein. It didn't fit right. She sure was talking about, girl, I'm about to send this back. I said, what? It might was Temu. It was one of them little stores. She was dead. She was like, I'm about to send it back. Hell, and get my money back. Because hell, if I don't, they could probably bank on a lot of people maybe not taking the time to try to send something back because of a person thinking how minute the cost was. You know, like, man, I ain't gonna send it back. It only costs a few dollars. You see what I'm saying? It's a mindset. So you do have some people who benefit off of just counting on people having a mindset of saying, oh, it's just a few dollars. Oh, I'm putting an extra 25 cents on this invoice or whatever. They're not going to notice. It's not that big of a deal, but it adds up. I've heard stories over the years. Y'all ever see like them homeless people? Y'all ever hear them stories where it'd be homeless people who say they they never was homeless. They was just faking like they was homeless, getting coins and stuff. Got a whole. I remember my sister would tell me it was one. So y'all, I live in Georgia, so her spot was over. She was living off in Decatur, and it was always this hunchback older black guy that was homeless on the corner collecting money. And She was like, I don't give him no money no more. That man got him an apartment right there behind that Quick Trip. He got him a whole apartment. That man be on the corner, y'all, collecting for the rent. Like many of y'all probably about to be goddamn doing with the way these prices going up. You finna have your goddamn big jumbo QT cup collecting a coin. But she was like, I don't get that man no money no more. He over there living better than me. I'm just saying, these coins, the money, it adds up. It adds up. It adds up. So watch your bottom line, and don't think that just because of just how minimal it may seem to you at that time that it's okay, because some people are counting on that. So I've seen stories where, back when I used to watch TV, like your Datelines 2020s, where guys talking about how they really weren't homeless and they had just dressed a certain way, and like their job, like that's what they would do. They would be out there on the streets, wherever, where high traffic is, and just asking for donations. And this was how they were making their living. This is how they were making their living. That money adds up. And some of y'all might have, listen, some of y'all might have y'all little piggy bank, y'all little container or whatever where you keep coins at the house. You better act like you know, because these are the times where you need to know these types of hacks, because you may find yourself down and out, and you need a few dollars, and you need to circle back, or go on over into the closet and get something out that stash. I know here in Georgia, like in the grocery stores, they have these machines that you can come in there and put your coins in there, and it'll give you, the money. I guess it'll give it to you in bills. I've never utilized it, but I've seen it over the years, and I would see like kids with their parents, their dads, where they're turning in their coins so they can get, I guess the bills, the dollar bills, whatever it turns out to be, based off of how many coins you have. Listen, Elon said y'all better get into it. Because think about it, these people who got a lot of money show interest in how they got to it, like their background, their humble beginnings. Because a lot of the people who get into it today, their humble beginnings is a story to hear, where they're in, not just Elon, but just people who get into it. Some of you all may have heard people's stories, or that's you, where there was that time when you didn't have it like that, the way people see you have it. And then you talk to them about, let me tell you what I used to do when I didn't have it. How I had to be resourceful with getting some coins together, because I needed to get on the bus to get to wherever. So I had to try to get a bunch of coins and just to all together just drop it in the machine, so it sounds like it's a lot, and it's not the total amount of money that's needed to get. Hell, that's my damn story. Let me tell y'all about my story. When I was in high school, so I'm from Northern California, the Bay Area. In California, where I lived, there, when you get to high school, there's no yellow bus anymore. Like, you're on your own. Like, you really, like, they like, shit, you 15, you can figure out how to get to school, you 15. So there's no yellow bus. At least where I live, there was no yellow bus. So ninth grade, I had to literally take the city bus. When I say that was like my most memorable year of high school, I felt, y'all, you couldn't tell me that, I felt so grown. I'm getting on the city bus. But my mom, she was a single parent, so she didn't always have the means to be able to afford to buy me the bus pass to get on the city bus. I think the pass for the month was maybe like $40. Y'all, so this was so some of y'all might be familiar with California. I lived in Sassoon, Fairfield, Sassoon. So it's right in between Sacramento and Vallejo. E40, y'all know who E40 is? All right, then picture E40 and where he coming from. That's where I'm over in there. E40's from Vallejo. So right outside of Vallejo. So I lived in Fairfield, Sassoon. I went to Fairfield High School. I lived in Sassoon, another neighboring town that was super small. We didn't have a high school. So I had to take the city bus to go to the high school in the next town. Mama didn't always have it to give me the bus pass to go on over to the school. So what I would do, remember I told you about you saving coins? Mama always had, like, she would have like the old, She had a shoebox. That's where she kept hers, like a Nike shoebox, like the big shoebox. So she had a shoebox, and all it was just a bunch of coins in there. So what I would do, I would go to the shoebox and get the money for the bus. Now I didn't always have enough. I think, how much was it each ride? Um it maybe around 60 cents, maybe around 60 cents to get on the bus. So the bus, it was like a dropper machine that you just drop the money in. Y'all, it wasn't nothing sophisticated to where when you drop it in, it's calculating. I don't know if they do it like that now. I haven't had to get on a city bus like that since back then. But I can drop the money in the machine, and then you just hear the sounds of the coins just dropping, and shit, I'm going about my business. Y'all, there were plenty of days, probably most days, I did not put in the full amount that it cost. So say if it was 60 cents, because I can't really remember, but if it was 60 cents, I wasn't dropping 60 cents. Y'all, low key, I probably was giving them the cool 40, maybe 37 cents. I had to go to school. I had to go to school. So that is what I was doing. So that's when I talk about like your humble beginnings. I was 14, 15 doing this. And it wasn't centered around getting over. It was already, I was on my Tasha K. I ain't got it before Tasha K knew she didn't have it. I had to do what I had to do because I had to go to school. Walking wasn't an option because it was a whole nother town. Mama had to get to work. She couldn't take me to school. Sis, your girl had to do what she got to do. So I know what it is to be resourceful. I know the meaning of stealing from Peter to pay Paul. How many of y'all was raised in a household where you seen somebody, whoever was raising you, them showing you how to make it do what it do? Y'all know, when you know what that meaning, what it means when you gotta make it do what it do, literally making dollar out of 15 cents. Your girl was doing it at 14. I was doing it as a kid. I understood the assignment. It was survival. It was survival. So here we are today. Many of us are probably going to have to fall back on a lot of the survival tips that we once utilized because the times are changing. People ain't got it. Elon said at the rate, if he keep effing around with Trump at this White House, he gonna be on his I ain't got it. He gonna be on his I ain't got it. So he like, listen, that man put his 30 days notice in early in the month. He was like, all right, I'm here till next month, May. So he was like, Doge, what he came to do is pretty much done. Um, what he came to do, it was necessary. And he was like, he'll probably still have a presence at the White House, maybe a couple of times a week, but he's not going to consistently be like working, doing what he does. He's not going to do that. But y'all, don't be surprised. Like, I guess if we do see him, you be like, hell, I thought he moved on. I thought he worked at McDonald's now. Don't be surprised if you see Elon still walking around with X, and X doing the most, because you can't tell X that ain't his house. Because y'all know Elon and X, they live at Mar-a-Lago. They had been living there with Trump while he was working. So listen, so yes, don't be surprised if you just look up and see Elon and one of his 25 babies still walking around the White House like they got residency, like they got the Usher residency in Vegas. Do not be surprised, because he already putting it out there, y'all. I might be there 1 or 2 days a week, or maybe a week at late. So I'm like, Elon, are you saying you ain't going nowhere? So, but yeah, y'all like the video. It's a lot going on right now. People are feeling the effects of all these changes that are taking place. Y'all, let me tell y'all who, speaking on the topic of doing what has to be done, survival of the fittest. Let me tell y'all the latest I learned about Walmart. I said, what? So what I've learned about Walmart is, in some places, y'all can let me know if you're seeing it in the Walmart in your areas, because I can't remember the last time I've been to a Walmart. In some Walmarts, they are charging you a monthly or annual, I guess you can choose a monthly membership of $13 for the self checkout experience. I repeat, there are some Walmarts within our country, the USA, that are charging people $13 a month to utilize this self checkout service. So what that means is if you ain't got no membership, you finna go have to stand your ASS in that long line that's taking you all the way back to the doggone um baby section because that's how long that line finna be, because you're not gonna be able to do self checkout. You're gonna have to get in that line and wait for somebody. And y'all know people baskets be on. Don't let it be on the first of the month and the food, the re-up on the food stamps. Listen, so now that you know that, don't be going in there around first, because you're gonna F around and be in there like you at a job where how long it's gonna take for you to get through the line. If you ain't willing to pay $13 a month so you can have the ability to do self-checkout for them 2 or 3 items that you went in there to get. That is taking place already right now in some Walmarts. Now you may ask, but why are they doing that? Well, apparently folks been stealing in Walmart like it ain't nobody business. I didn't know it was going down like that in Walmart. I know it go down like that in Walmart when people be fighting and stuff. I know all that pop up in Walmart, but I didn't know people was stealing like that and making TikToks talking about how to do it. I saw that where people were making videos on how to steal from Walmart, and and they're doing it with going through the self checkout. Now, the Walmart in my community, they require you to show your receipt for items that pretty much, if they see you have an item in your basket, your cart that can't fit in a bag, like they're wanting to see your receipt. They're wanting to see your receipt. I was watching a video of this guy talking about how he got over on Walmart. He bought him a PS5, one of them PlayStations. He said he done took the doggone little price sticker from the banana over there with the produce. He done took the price sticker thing off of the banana, y'all, and put it on the PlayStation on the box, y'all. Went through self checkout, and that, listen, it was Christmas in June for him. It was Christmas in June. So, like I said, that particular type of item in my community, as I'm walking out of the store, I would need to show a receipt to show, you know, to show proof of my purchase. So I don't know where these people at, where they're able to be doing these type of things. But yes. So then I saw that in a lot of these Walmarts, half the daggone stuff in the store is behind glass. Y'all let me know if y'all seen it in y'all Walmart where things, regardless of the price, things as cheap as $10. I didn't see pregnancy tests, because y'all know them pregnancy tests. Some people are like, hell, I'm just gonna have to see if a baby they ain't kicking me, because I am not paying no $20 for this pregnancy test. I have seen pregnancy tests behind glass doors and the windows and stuff like that. But y'all, I was seeing in this compilation, I was seeing Legos. What else I seen behind glass doors? They had, but listen, everything was behind the baby formula, because they like, now I can understand the baby formula, because when I was utilizing baby formula, my youngest is 15. That baby formula was around, like, I think the one I was buying was, y'all, like, it had to be around $23, $24 for the canister one. For the was I using Similac or Enfamil? I was using one of them. I probably was okay with using either one, because my kids really didn't have allergies. It was just a matter of which one was cheaper. Back then, that stuff wasn't locked. Back then, that stuff wasn't locked up. Right now, when you go inside of stores, that stuff is locked up. But I can understand that, because it's an expensive item, and people that need to feed their kids, I can see them just like risking it all, trying to snatch and grab, dash and grab and dash, and head on outside to the parking lot, and somebody be waiting like a thief in the night, and they going into the sunset. I can see that for the baby formula. But the Legos, I'm still working on that, but I'm still in my car chronicle, my ride onto the office, and maybe it'll hit me. But it's before I get there. I'm still trying to understand why we need to have the Legos locked away. Y'all let me know, what are folks doing with the Legos? Are they now saying, listen, we using Legos because we need to build residency? We got to build a place to stay because we cannot afford rent that in a building that somebody else built. So we gonna have to build us. We gonna have to build us a community. The Legos, all the Legos locked up. The lady was like, I wanted to just buy something that was like $10 or $12. I had to walk. She didn't say what the item was. She just said I had to walk around the store to find somebody to unlock it. Then when they unlocked it, I wanted to hold it. The lady's like, oh no, I got to walk this up to the front of the store to the cashier and hand it to them. Then you need to wait in this long line that goes all the way to Ethiopia. You need to wait into that line, wait in that line until you make it to the front and get rang up, and then you can go on about your business with your pregnancy test, because it probably was a pregnancy test, but she didn't want to say it. But anyway, anyway, so she was just like, regardless of the price point, they still like, no, hell, people stealing stuff that's $9.99 too. No, you see, we got these Legos. Listen, we finna have these STD they having Plan B's locked up. Listen, everything getting locked up. Everything getting locked up. People like, I ain't got it. I don't have it anymore. So they're willing to just, steal it all. Y'all, let me tell you about one lady who talked about how she be cutting up in Walmart. She says that she'll see an associate in Walmart, ask them a gabillion questions. Find, okay, well, where can I find the Lowry's? Where is the Lowry seasoning salt? I done went on aisle 4. I don't see it. Okay, I seen the chili beans. The people be so sick of her. She said they go running hiding. So that's how she done got rid of the associates, y'all. Because she done work they nerves so bad. We're trying to have them to help her find something. Then she acting slow as molasses, like she can't find or follow direction. So she said they at this point they running from her. So she do that to about a good 2 of the associates. Then when she get to do the self checkout, she over there, you know how when you mess something up, it lights the thing up for the self checkout. So somebody got to come over there and clear it out. And she doing that a few times. So now she got that person that them ran the hell off because they so sick of her working they damn nerves, and they ain't getting paid enough to be dealing with all of that. Like, if you don't act like you know how to ring this banana up, clearly the dude who came through and got over on the PlayStation figured it out. I'm gonna need for you to figure it out because Walmart ain't paying me enough for this ish. My feet hurt. I didn't work the double. These kids calling, blowing up my phone. So she didn't work they nerves so bad, y'all. She said that they done took off running. So now she got a cart full of ish that she probably done ranged up about 5 things. And she done ran, she off it like a thief in the night. Listen, y'all, I didn't know it was going down like that in Walmart. But I understand. I'm like, what? I'm like, see, that's why TikTok on its way out. I learned all this ish from TikTok. This is why TikTok is on its way out. It's these type of shenanigans. People be like, she, where you learn that at? TikTok. That's why the kids doing the most. Son, where you learn that at? TikTok. Well, I mean it. Like, it's hard out here. Listen, people are being very resourceful. Some of these stuff that they were saying, I'm like, what? It was ish I would have never even thought of. Like, what? This one guy, he all in a parking lot at Walmart talking about, I love going shopping at Walmart. Like, he doing a goddamn commercial. Like, he doing a... Y'all remember when T.I. got out of jail, he had to do them commercials for Atlanta on For Kids Just Say No? Well, picture that. This guy, this guy in the parking lot talking about, ooh, I love going to Walmart. Ooh, and They have the best discounts ever. They got the best discounts ever. And I'm like, damn, what kind of discounts Walmart got? Because I'm all over here at Ingles and Kroger feeling like I'm doing something. Y'all, this fool done pulled out his receipt. He got about 30 items on the receipt. Everything say 42 cents. This fool done took this, had the one item, and for however many items I guess that he got, he done scanned the 42 cent for every item. That man then probably came out paying $9.72. Folks are being very resourceful, like I was in ninth grade when I had to catch that city bus to Fairfield High School because Mama didn't have no money for a bus pass. Mama didn't have no money for a bus pass. So these are the time we in. Elon, like at the route he going with taking L's in the billions, he gonna be like, Sheik, now what you say? How you said you was getting on the bus again? What you said you was doing? Okay, what you said that man said that he did at the Walmart? Because me and X, we need some groceries. We need some groceries. We done got kicked out of there Mar-a-Lago, and we hungry. Now, Sheik, I know you was telling the plug on your life. These are the times we are in, y'all. These are the times we are in. People, what's to say? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. This is where we are at. Y'all finna, some of y'all probably done already got real resourceful with some of the stuff, y'all. Y'all ain't gotta tell your business on here now. But I'm just saying, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. These are the times we are in. We are in tough times right now. And the fact that the lady over the education, even though I done told y'all this whole story about how folks are so desperate, they are doing these shenanigans. Her energy, like, I think with shit. Let a player play. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. So if that's what you gotta do to save so you can have money for these student loans, then I ain't finna say, listen, I don't know nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I ain't heard nothing. Y'all know how that guy, the El Salvadorian prisoner, they said on his money when he got caught up, when he got arrested, the eyes was darked out, the ears was darked out, and the mouth. Oh, the lady over education, like, well, I'm finna be on that type of tip, because if that's what it's finna take for you to have some coins to pay this bill, then sis, bruh, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm telling y'all, I say that because that is the theme across the world. Ask Elon. Ask Elon. It is hard out here for a pimp. When you taking a loss for $63 billion, how do you not say it is you? It is hard out here for a pimp. Like, what other song are you singing when you taking an L like that? Frank Sinatra? No, Frank can't relate. No, you can't listen to no Frank Sinatra when you taking an L like that. That Mm-mm. No, that's the Terrence Howard all day long when you taking an L like that. Hard out here for a pimp. You just got that in rotation. You got that in rotation because a lot of people are not getting to the money like that. They're not getting to the money like that. Times are different. But Trump said, listen, he said them eggs and went down. He said Easter, people was trying to say, Trump just had the Easter egg hunt at the White House on, I think on Monday. They did it the day after Easter. He said them folks was trying to tell me, Trump, you probably gonna have to do plastic eggs for Easter because eggs $25 now. And he was like, I vowed. I was like, we ain't doing no plastic eggs. We doing real eggs. So y'all, he was proud of the fact that they were able to have real eggs at the event, the Easter event at the White House this year, because just a month prior to, it just wasn't, it was looking like it was finna be plastic all day long. Kids, y'all better act like they real because that's all we got. But they was able to make it do what it do. They was able to make it do what it do. So Trump said, you better show some appreciation, put some love, put some respect on his names, because of him, you was able to have real eggs this Easter instead of the plastic ones. And that's on that. Y'all know how people, when they think they done something, they want all the accolades. You like, y'all ever deal with them people, they do a little something, you can't tell them a dang thing. You can't tell them that you're not where you are because of them, and all they did was gave you a ride that day to that job interview. Oh, you are forever indebted in them. And when your paycheck is our paycheck, y'all know how we do. I know how our people do. I know how our people do. Y'all know you forever indebted. Speaking of indebted, Trump, I say that man is an equal opportunist because y'all know who getting it right now when it comes to the revoke, the visas being revoked, the Chinese. Now I don't know if it's on some petty stuff because he ain't really feeling all hot and spicy when it comes to China, but the Chinese. About 400 Chinese students in California, college students, are in jeopardy of getting their visas revoked. Yes, revoked. Yes, they are. These smart Asian students who are at, like, what you got? So back home we got Stanford. Stanford is one of the I think Stanford's considered one of the Ivy League schools. It's a Ivy League school, very prestigious university that's in California. But a lot of them, listen, you know how I talk about you get your your pink slip. You know the pink slip when somebody be like, let me holler at you. A lot of Asians are getting those right now in California. They are here on student visas and all of that. And Trump like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, times is, it's different right now. It's different. And your leader back home, and it's just to keep the peace, just go on and take it on back. Just we just trying to keep the peace. Just go ahead and just go on back home. It's been real, but it sounds like it might be best if you just go on back home. So that is the message that he's sending to these people, to the Asians in California. They are getting notices that their visas, those things are being revoked, and some of them are still, trying to finish up what they came to do here in the U.S. with their education, with school and things, and they're being told like, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. I know Biden said that you could come over here, get your education for a few dollars, because y'all know everybody that come over here get the benefit in a way that we don't. I know he said you can come over here, get you a doctorate for a couple of thousand. I understand. But the hustle is over. It's done. It's done. Like, it's done. Listen, I don't even know if these people are going to be able to stay and to finish out the semester, y'all. I don't know what their end date is, because hopefully they can at least finish out the semester, because the school year, most places within the country, is wrapping up. Most places finish school between May and June. So Trump, like, I know what Sleepy Joe told you. I know. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, that was a real gravy deal. I understand. I understand. But yeah, he was tripping. He was tripping. He shouldn't have done that. It's not your fault. But with that being said, you're going to have to go ahead and leave up out of here by the first. This is the message, y'all, that people are getting. Asians. So don't think that he just coming for brown people or the black people, because I think they classify the Asian. I think anything that's not white is brown. But he coming for all the shades of brown. Let me just say that. If they brown, he coming for all the hues. He coming for the chocolate hue, the mocha hue, the dark chocolate hue, the white chocolate hue. Don't think you light skinned and you finna get overlooked. No, he coming for you too. So everybody getting these pink slips. Everybody getting these pink slips, like everybody who owe the federal government any money for their education about to get these slips. Some of y'all already started getting these slips a month ago and got the lines. Probably if I were to try to call the Department of Education, I'd probably be on hold forever, because people have already started getting notices. I haven't gotten, anything or whatever, but there's people who have already started getting notices, like as of a month ago. So March 5th, it's going to be a day where they're going to start just kind of enforcing things that they've already communicated. So don't think that you're going to get a pass from just ignorance. You know, some people be like, well, I didn't know. Oh, there's no pass for ignorance. There's no pass for that. May 5th, I probably keep saying March. It's May 5th. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Don't think you're finna take them extra few dollars and go just buy up drinks for everybody at the Mexican spot and just be parlaying. Don't think you finna damn do you a doggone Sheen haul or Temu haul for them outfits for that Jamaica trip. You can do that if you want to. You can go ahead and do that if you want to. Go ahead and do that if you want to and see how soon it'll be before your checks start getting garnished. Because anybody who knows anything about garnishment, them folks don't consult with you about what amount you agree to when it comes to a garnishment. That's not what they do. They take out what they take out, and you just left to make it do what it do with the rest. And most of the time, the rest ain't hitting on nothing. Most of the time, you like, what I'm supposed to do with this? Hell, ask the ones who be getting their check garnished from child support. That's why you got a lot of these bootleg daddies out here who work under the table and work jobs. They be quitting their jobs. Y'all know any man who won't even keep a job because their strategy is because their checks keep getting garnished. So what they do, y'all see, some of y'all probably don't know. Y'all better get into this. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Let me tell y'all what they be doing. I done told y'all to hustle for Walmart, about to share the hustle for child support. Listen up, Buttercup. What these men be doing is that they will not work jobs, W-2 jobs. Therefore, they can, if they go to court or somewhere and they be like, yo, I ain't got no job, whatever, there is no paper trail. They're not in the system. They work jobs that's under the table, meaning that they'll work jobs. They'll do like a lot of illegals do, where they're getting paid cash because their income isn't documented. So if they be like, Your Honor be like, Keith, how much money you made last month? $75, Your Honor. $75? Yes, Your Honor, that's all I made. It's hard out here for a pimp. They gonna be, listen, it's hard. They will say it with a straight face, $75. Sure will. Sure will. A lot of these dudes do that. And now that the economy is giving what it's giving, this economy that Trump said is doing well, because he said, child, he don't care what CNN say. He said, we are winning over here. People finna be on some slick stuff more so than ever before. So y'all get ready. Get ready. You gonna be like, now how you come up with that idea? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. People finna be real resourceful. They finna be doing safe. Have some of y'all even noticed that now? Some of y'all, when you legit swipe your card at places, banks like, yo, fraud. You like, damn, I just wanted some gum. I'm at the Dollar General. I mean, I just really wanted something to refresh my breath. I just wanted the gum. Next thing you know, you getting phone calls, emails, your bank calling. I know I can't be the only one, and my mama can't be the only one, and the man at the Dollar General can't be the only one. How many of y'all are experiencing that? It doesn't take much for your bank is triggered where they're calling you to question you about a transaction, because so much is popping off. People are on, they're just playing games. People just, like I said, trying to be resourceful on your dime. These banks are trying to be proactive with, all right then, oh, somebody done bought 2 packs of gum. She don't buy no 2 packs of gum at one time. She only buy one. Let's give her a call. We sold 2 packs of gum, which charge for $5.50 at the Dollar General. We know how you spend your money, and you don't play like that. You would never, you would never pay $5.50 for nobody's gum, regardless of what your bank account look like. Sheik, we know that about you. That's how well we know you. You see what I'm saying? Like, these banks, they, and mess around and don't follow up with them. Your card will be not working. So you call the bank. Okay, my card. Well, I try to call you. You didn't call me back, so I had to do what I had to do to get your attention. I did. I turned it off. I did. And it was just a countdown before my phone line was ringing. And I told my colleague next to me, watch this she calling. I called her. I sent her a text message. She act like she didn't see me, but I'm finna get her attention. Let me turn this card off. Brenda, watch how fast she finna call me. Thank you for calling Chase. Hey, this is Miss Taylor. My card is in my. Hey, Sheik. Sheik, you know damn well I sent you an email. I text you. I left you a voicemail, and you did not call me back. Why did you not call me? Y'all, this is the type of stuff that is happening. I don't come on here making this issue up like y'all know this is like really the stuff that's going down right now. So don't be cussing Keisha out because she blew your phone up because she keep calling you about stuff. She trying to help you. Help me help you. Because you're gonna be in your feelings when you try to swipe that card and you try to pay for something that's $10 and it won't go through because all you got in there is $5.50. Keisha was like, I tried to call you and tell you, but no, you want to play. You want to be funny. You don't want to answer my phone call. So I said, all right, then. She gonna learn the hard way. She gonna need some gas. She gonna try to swipe that card, and it ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna be looking at the cashier. They gonna be looking at her. They gonna be looking at each other like them people at the borders when they try to think that they finna cross it. The immigrant illegals looking at the border patrol. The border patrol looking at them, and they just having a stare off. Because Trump said ain't nobody getting past. So everybody's just looking at each other. You got the daddy and mama looking at him. You got the three kids on the side. Everybody looking at Border Patrol. Border Patrol looking at them. Everybody's just a stare off. What else you do? Because you're not getting past here. It's just a stare off. Because the Border Patrol energy is like, I ain't mad that you tried it. You tried it. Like, you can't get mad at somebody. It's like, you tried it. I ain't even mad at you, player. I understand. But you not getting past me, not on my watch. That is the energy right now, y'all, at the border. You not getting past me, not on my watch. And that's been the energy for a while. Trump said, hell, ain't nobody getting past. I think the reason why y'all is not at 100%, I learned, because when he was saying it was like at 99%, I'm like, damn, well, who that one person that got past? Who that one person that got passed? But he recently said, well, people who are getting passed are the ones who legally, rightfully so, legally should get passed. So I'm guessing that's that 1% that he's reserving at the Border Patrol for somebody showing up to the Border Patrol who legit supposed to go to the other side. So I guess y'all, that's not the. Listen, I was trying to figure out. I'm like, well, damn, who got through? Who? What illegal immigrant won the stare off? Who won the stare off? Who won the stare off? Y'all, like generally, if I was there, y'all know Caroline be answering them questions. Caroline be like, "Yes, Miss Taylor, I just have a question." Trump says you all say that it's it's a 99% success rate with border patrol and people not coming. My question is, who won the stare off? Who is the 1%? Who is that 0.02? Y'all, that would be my question. But Trump just answered it. He said somebody, I guess you got a couple of folks who rightfully was supposed to be on the other side. So the Border Patrol people, did the electric slide to the left and let them people go. All right, then now it makes sense. Listen, I be trying to understand y'all. Told you I ask a lot of questions. And legit, that would be a question for Caroline. That would be my question at the White House. Who? Talk to me. I want to meet that person. I want to meet that person. It's going down, y'all. It's a lot going on. These are tough times in historical moments. Tough times, historical moments. Moments that we will live to remember. Moments I have faith that we will get through. But these are also times where we're going to have with one another in a way that we historically haven't, at least with some of our communities. The communities of people, the people that look like me, y'all know we don't be living together like that. I seen y'all a report. It was a family. They was Hispanic, 5 generations. You had the grandmama, you had mama, you had her adult daughter, and the daughter had her 3 kids, literally. The daughter was so happy about her situation, y'all, talking about how good it is, how she paid her mama her little few dollars for her portion of the rent, and how she out here living her best life. She out here living her best life so hard to where she going out there coming back home with additional kids, meaning going out there getting knocked up making babies. Because in the report, she had 2 beautiful girls that we were able to see that looked like they were maybe 5 and 4. Then she had a brand new baby that they really didn't show much on the camera. I said, "Oh, she done got too comfortable." I'm all for mama helping the daughter out, all for it. But what you ain't finna do, I'm not finna make it so easy for you to where you finna be going out there parlaying and creating life. We ain't finna make it that doggone comfortable. Oh, she was the happiest one in the report, talking about how she 29 and how she's so grateful to be able to live her life to the fullest and not have to worry about doing shit on her own. I said, "Oh, you one of them. You one of them ones to where when you help them too much, you take advantage and you get too comfortable because her comfort has resulted in her going out there making more kids." They ain't show nan man, y'all, in the clip. It ain't want to litter because they just said the home is a house full of 6 women. Remember, they included one woman as the brand new baby that was an infant. I'm like, what? See, that's that ish I'm talking about. Because y'all know, with my family, the people that look like me, that ish wouldn't be going down. First of all, we don't even like each other like that to be trying to have 5 generations living with each other on that type of level. I know I ain't the only one. Y'all let me know if y'all like each other like that. Can you imagine? Just think about your folks. Can you even think of 3 of them that you would live with? Give me 3. Give me 3. 3. That's the challenge. Can you think of 3 of them mofos that you can live with? I was talking to my mama. I even asked her, "Can you live with? Would you be able to live with grandma, your mom?" Yeah, I can live with her. Well, what about your sister? Oh, hell no, I can't live with her. Because it's not that often that there's people that we gel with like that to where we feel like that we can like live together with like that. And a lot of times it be like that with our family because I got 2 sisters and one of them she holler all the time. She always raising her voice, yelling at something, just hollering. All right then, so it can make my nerves bad, but all right. But her sister, so my sisters, they're twins. Her sister attitude is just so. I'm like, oh, we'll be in there fighting. It'll be a different type of news report when they come up in our house to see how we making it work. It ain't finna give like that Hispanic family situation gave. Somebody gonna catch a case, with my situation. So yeah, the news report it'd be a little different. It'll be a little different than what the report was that I saw with the Hispanic family. Listen, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. We just can't do it. We just can't do it. Our ish gonna turn into a whole BET Zeus reality. Like it's gonna be more so like that. Yeah, it'll probably give more so Zeus because I, all y'all, a lot of y'all may not be familiar with Zeus. If you're not familiar with Zeus, think about maybe ABC News and just the opposite. ABC News Network and whatever you see that gives through ABC News, it's the opposite. That's what Zeus gives. That's what our family, like we would be on like that. So no, we can't be living together. So everybody need to try their best to keep a job and figure out how to make it do what it do, because that ish it ain't gonna work. It's not. Mm-mm. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Praise to those who can make it work. But yeah, when I seen with the Hispanic family and the daughter going out there, and I know the Hispanics, they like family and a bit. I'm like, sis, like now, sis, you doing too much right now. you know, and she already was saying, yeah, the challenging thing, we got 2 bathrooms. So remember, she said it's 6 ladies in the house, so I'm including the little baby. So that's a baby. So let's just say 5. There's 5 little women in the house by using the same bathroom, and she out there having a good time, creating more people to be in line for the bathroom. She creating more people to be in line for the bathroom. She mess around, have to get put out. I'd be like, all right, then the kids can stay. You guys to go, because this ain't working. This ain't working. This place only a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and you still keep bringing life in here because you only paying me $200 a month for rent. You only paying me $200 a month for rent. So you got extra money to be parlaying and going out there in the club having you a good time. We can't do that. She be mad at me. So that's why. And here's the thing, a lot of people that look like me be thinking like that. That's why, yeah, we not going to be on the program where they coming and interviewing us. No. Yeah, it'd be a little different with our people. It'd be a little different, but, it was a cute little, nice little story. But I was like, yeah, nah. No, I really couldn't get beyond 2 people that I could name that in my family that I could probably live with. So remember, I challenged y'all with 3. I only got to 2. Listen, I only got to 2. Maybe some of y'all was able to get to the 3. I couldn't do it. I tried. I couldn't do it. So y'all, like, it's a lot going down. We talked about, listen, y'all say a prayer for Elon. Elon, check in on him periodically. I'm starting to go in the right direction. And make sure his mental health is, because y'all know little X. Y'all know how you see some kids and you just know they got that energy that they about that life. And they will tap dance on you. Y'all know, and a lot of times it's them real smart ones. Y'all know X. This man took a $63 billion loss. X don't care. Y'all think, because y'all, how often we feel like our kids, when we going through something, they care. They do not care. X don't care that daddy then lost $63 billion. X still running around there doing the absolute most. You can't tell me X still ain't running around doing the absolute most. X about to get snapped on. X about to get snapped on. So y'all check in on Elon X. Elon and X, because X gives that he does the absolute most. X give that he like that kid. Y'all know be some folks kids, you be like, oh, I can't babysit. That child, I cannot, I can't, that's that one I can't, I've been to call the case. I cannot watch that one. You got to. X gives he's that kind of kid, which is probably why he always with his daddy, because he is his daddy twin. X is that kid. So I say that to say that, given that this man losing so much money and that means his nerves bad, he done lost $73 billion. He like, X, I'm not with, listen, X, listen, X, I'm gonna need for you to go lay down somewhere. X, go lay, X, if you don't go lay down somewhere, X, I'm not doing X. X, X, X. This is what I'm picking up, y'all. Listen, I'm channeling the energy. I'm channeling the energy. Check in on Elon. Check in on X. Tell X he might need to sit down somewhere because daddy going through it. Daddy going through it. So go have a seat. Because daddy can't do you and your nonsense. Daddy can't do you and your nonsense. He's trying to make sure that y'all gonna continue to have a roof over y'all head when y'all leave Mar-a-Lago. It's a lot going on, and nobody's exempt from it. It's the rich are feeling it. Um, the not so rich are feeling it. The American people are feeling it. People around the world are feeling it. We all are feeling it. So we're going to have to come together in ways that we've never done before to get through these tough, challenging times. And a lot of people out here that don't have jobs. These are times when it's really, really important, more so than ever, to lean in on relationships, contacts, reaching out to people, making people aware of what your situation is. So therefore, if they come to learn of opportunities, they can share them with you. These are those times. It takes a village. You have to get out of yourself, remove yourself from your pride, and be in acceptance to just someone helping you out. Because there are a lot of people who still have big hearts who are willing to help. These people do exist. No matter what you may, hear or see, like people, genuine people do exist. But people can't help you if they're not aware that you have a situation. Network, network, network. I like that, Brolena. Elmi says the culture of America is standing on watch. Network. Network in a way you've never done before. Get out. Go to events. Even if it is some of these picket line events. Y'all seen that? What was that? New York? I said, ain't they still picking? They was doing something in New York with their little signs. I seen some footage last night. But just being around people. Just being around people. Basically, what I'm saying is don't box yourself in. Be around people. That's what it's going to take in these times. Hey, good morning. Just say when. Don't know if see you before. Let me see. We'll get through some more of these comments before I get out of here. Like the video. Double tap the screen. Like the video for me, please. Riza said, what's up, Riza? We can't go to countries and benefit like the equalizing the playing field. No more freeloading. Right. Like, basically, Trump is on some time. Like, he's like, yo, in these other countries, they ain't been moving like this. They've been requiring for you to abide by rules and regulations and policies and things like that. We're just saying we want to do the same. That's it. Nothing spectacular. We're just saying we want an equal playing field, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Ferrari, you said in numerology, Elon, this is his enemy year. Come through numbers. This is his enemy year. That man is going through it. And every time when I see him, I can see it on him. I can tell with his body. I can just see it. He's going through it. But hell, would you, if you lost in 73 million billion, I said million, billion with a B. If you lost $73 billion, would you be looking crazy too? I'm telling you, he got his heart out here for a pimp on repeat. There is no song that Frank Sinatra can sing that would speak to Elon's soul right now. He need his heart out here for a pimp in constant rotation. And if you do not know that song or what I'm talking about, Google it. Go to YouTube. I promise you, when you play it, you're going to be like, yeah, I see why she says that. I see why she says that. You better get into it. Get into them lyrics. Do the version with the lyrics. That's what Elon got on repeat, like much of the world. They probably in China's probably in Mandarin and translated "It's hard out here for a pimp." Spanish, how you say "It's hard out here for a pimp" in Spanish? Everybody's saying "It's hard out here for a pimp." I need to probably retitle this video saying "It is hard out here for a pimp." Pimping ain't easy. It is hard. It is hard. Them people done already told you in TikToks, which is why they moving the way they are, because it's hard. It was hard in the 90s when I told you I was dropping in them coins to get on the bus, to get to school, knowing it wasn't the total amount that I needed, but it was all I had. It was hard out here for pimp in what was that? That was in 95 I was doing that. Sure was. Don't judge me. I had to get to school. There was no yellow bus for high school where I came from in California. And when I think about it now as an adult, it's kind of crazy to think that a child could very likely not go to school because they can't afford to get there. Y'all, that's some ish right there. That is some ish. Me as a parent, like right now, my kids, they always have a form of transportation, whether it's the yellow bus or if your parent is taking you. But the state provides transportation. But when I was growing up in the mid 90s in California, there was no yellow bus. It was the city bus and it wasn't free. And I'm trying to think, was that thing even discounted? I don't even think y'all, it was I'm wondering if it was a student discount I at least got on it. I know it was a cool about $40 a month for that pass, 40, 45. And at the beginning of the school year, my mom was able to consistently do it for maybe about the first 3 months. Child, I didn't even get through the full, at least half the school year. The first 3 months, she looked like, listen, she had me for a good 90 days. After that, I had to make her do what it do. And I learned. She was like, well, get in there and get that change. Then when I started getting the change, and then I seen that I had a whole lot of brown versus silver in there, I had to get strategic. So that's when it came to me. Okay, let me get a lot of coins. And if I just quickly drop them in and just go sit down, it would go unnoticed. I did that for the remainder of that school year. Most of the school year, I did that. The Lord was with your girl. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I still have a clean record. Listen, Linda, listen. It's hard out here for a pimp. That I was on that before that song was a song. I knew it was hard out here for a pimp. Like, listen, these are the times. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. Try to stay out of jail. Try to stay out of jail. Ain't what you want. So doing what you got to do, you got to make sure that it's lining up with the laws. It's got to line up because I don't want you at the CCOT because the Trump administration ain't playing. And y'all know he already said he would love to be able to send American people over there too. Act up if you want to. You finna be at CCOT. You know how your mama might say, act up if you want to. You finna be over there at your daddy house. You finna go over there to your daddy house. That's how Trump, the energy he has with CCOTs. Act up if you want to. I'm a singer. You're going to CCOT. They got a 2 o'clock flight. I told you they only do one-way flights. Spirit got a 2 o'clock flight. It's 8 o'clock. We got more than enough time to get your. We don't even need to pack up nothing because Seacock they and Spirit they don't do back. There's no carry-ons. It's just you. It's just you. Life is about choices. Act up if you want to. You'll be on that 2 o'clock Spirit flight to Seacock to El Salvador. Now don't have me tell you again. Y'all know this is. Listen, I don't know how other cultural groups do it, but this is like the energy. I literally grew up on a scared straight tactic. How many of y'all grew up from a scared straight where you knew like mom and daddy, grandma, they crazy? You like legit. It didn't even have nothing to do with like the law. Like your fear came from like at home. How many of y'all ever got caught up in stuff where you rather deal with outside than what's gonna pop off at home? That was the era that I grew up in. So the chic you see today was because of what was popping up in the house. That mama single parent energy, don't start none, won't be none. I done told you once. I am not in the business of repeating myself. And this is how you have me. This is that energy that raised me. I like to believe I turned out quite fine. Li- Y'all, listen, true story. These be listen, and that's the problem. A lot of these kids, they don't fear nothing. They ain't running around fearing their parents. They don't fear anything. They don't fear anything until they get locked up and they crying. They're crying. And there's nothing that the parents, the loved ones can do about it. Logan said, can you shout out so we know this truly live? I'll subscribe if you shout out. Listen, y'all, you don't get all this energy on a pre-record. This is live all day. I be trying to do the pre-records. Y'all don't watch the pre-record videos in mine. Y'all like, Chic. We need you and all your insanity in real time. We need you in real time. It don't come through the same in a pre-record. It don't come through the same. We need you in real time. This is live. This is pretty much all you're going to see is pretty much live. Thank you, Logan. Yes, this is me. I do lives. I go live. I go live almost every day. I just be talking. But y'all be talking about some real stuff. I know I probably be sounding crazy and nuts. But listen, like y'all be telling y'all what's going on out here. I just be saying it in a way that it's going to stick. So I mean business. Like this ish is real. This ish is real. It's hard out here. So I say things in a way to where I can try to drive it home to get your attention so you know what's going on. So you don't sleep on these things that are going on because they impact you in some type of way. They impact you. So you got to be aware. And many people aren't aware with learning things on their own. So they'll become, they learn things through other people. That is fine. That is perfectly fine. It's just having the information so you know how to move going forward. I move around and listen to a lot of different media outlets. I engage. I read your comments. Let me see to see, where you all thoughts are as it pertains to all the things that are going on, because it's a lot going on. And I don't have all the answers, child. I be out here confused just like y'all. That's why I go live. I always say when I got questions, when she got questions, she go live. I go live when I have questions because I really be trying to understand what's going on. Just like I was trying to understand why the Legos were locked up at Walmart. I understand why the pregnancy test is locked up at Walmart. But I don't understand why the Legos are locked up at Walmart. So I'm going to need for y'all to put that in the comments on this video to let me know why the Legos are locked up at Walmart. And why Walmart wants $13 a month to do self-checkout. I need for somebody to tell me that too. Are you going to pay $13 to be able to continue to do self-checkout at Walmart? I don't mind doing self-checkout. My husband's like, I hate self-checkout. They should be listen, player. I be trying to get out. I don't mind doing a self-checkout if it means that I'm finna get in and out. I'm one of them people. I go to a place. Y'all, how many of y'all are the person that'll sit in a drive-through knowing that they're line wrapped around the corner to get you some Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's, a Taco Bell, versus getting out the car and going inside? I am the get out the car, go inside all day long. Hence why I ain't fat and out of shape. I don't mind getting a step or 2 or 3 or 50 or 500 in. Don't be sitting in these cars just waiting for everything to be handed to you, because guess what? You're going to start looking like that's what you do. Sit all day. Move around. It's okay. Stop being lazy. But I ain't gonna give you $13 for that. I'm not gonna give you $13 for that experience. But y'all move around. Because when you don't move around, guess what? You finna look like you don't move around. Your girl moves around. Do I look like I move around? I got my tennis shoes on today. I'm finna be moving around in this office walking. That's why I be doing a walk and talk. I multitask. I run my mouth, but I'm getting these steps in too. God damn it, I'm gonna be fine running my mouth. You ain't gonna be able to come from my body. I come from my looks. Listen, life's about choices. I choose to show up in the best way I can. So that means that I'm going to do the things I need to do to take care of myself. Mind, body, and soul. All of that. All of that. Mind, body, and soul. Remember that message of the day. Mind, body, and soul. Take care of yourself. Get up, move around, engage with people. Check in on your loved ones. Check in on Elon and X. Check in on Elon and X. See how they doing. Thank you so much, Donovan. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I just love life. I love people, and I love coming out and engaging with you all. And life is what you make it. It's what you make it. You just make the best of your situation. Uh, Times are hard. I experience hard times too. But what I do, I work. I try not to let it wear on me. I go through things just like the next person. But the difference is how I handle things. And what I don't do is allow for something to have me to let myself go, because people do it very easy. They let themselves go when they start going through it, and that's not what you want to do. Actually, do the opposite. When you start going through it, when someone starts sending you through it, get into yourself. How about that? Get into yourself. Just be like, you know what, X, we ain't gonna do this right now. I'm finna go take a walk around Mar-a-Lago. I'm finna leave you. I'm finna leave you with this. What do you call him? The housekeeper. I'm about to leave you in the hand of this housekeeper right now because you done work my nerves. So to keep from catching the case, I'm about to go spin a block. I'm about to go walk around this golf course. I'm about to go walk around this golf course. But sometimes you got to do that, y'all. You got to get up and you got to move around. You got to change your environment. You got to change your scenery to clear your mind. It's a lot. Put your phone down. Turn the TV off. Watch something that'll make you laugh. And the secret to what I do, to how I connect with people, is I do it through humor. I say things in a way that I know is going to get a positive reaction out of people. It's intentional, really, you all. It's really intentional because so many people are so unhappy and are going through it. And I don't want to contribute to that. I would rather be someone that puts a smile on your face and put laughter in your heart. We are an experience as we're moving through life and we're coming before people. They are experiencing us, and people remember how they felt more so than what you did to them or for them. They remember how you made them feel. Remember that. So I'm intentional with, as I encounter people, how I make them feel, because I have an understanding of that. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Chic. My channel, Chic Speaks on it. I'm a smaller content creator, just growing. And my background is clinical mental health counseling. So I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling, which means that I can be a therapist. I would just have to activate my license here in the state of Georgia, and I can operate as a therapist. But instead, I choose to be sitting here with you in a parking garage, talking to you about how you need to go take a walk to clear your mind. So this is how I choose to show up and serve. This is how I choose to show up and serve. I have mental health products on Amazon. You can find the links on some of my old video, my other my videos that are posted or on my community page. Um, Adult coloring books, journals, notebooks, those things for adults and children. Mental health is everything. You have to take care of it because it's your responsibility. It's no one else's responsibility. I heard someone make a saying yesterday. I got to think about how he said it. He said that if you don't feel good about something and you're still enduring it, then the cost is too high. So what that means is that if you don't feel good within with what you're doing, then it's not worth it. It's not even worth it. It costs too much. You got to move around, get rid of them. It costs too much. Because at the end of the day, he's like, we live from within. So what's going on within is impacting what's happening to us and our experience in the outside world. It starts within. So we got to make sure that we're good here. And if we're not good here, we got to change that, because what's happening here is impacting what's happening out there. It's starting here. So I challenge you that if you're not feeling good right here with what's going on out there, change here. And guess what? Out there is going to change. You got to change here first. You got to change what's inside first. And only you can do that. I can't do that for you. But what I can do is give you encouragement, say positive things, feed positivity into you in a way that maybe no one else does. That's just what I do. That's what I do. I'm not Ryder. Can you imagine having me as a friend? I'm not Ryder. I just ride for mine. I'm very passionate, if you can't tell. I'm a Scorpio through and through. Google me. I am a Scorpio through and through. I love people, and I like for people to feel good. I like to have people feel warm and fuzzy as a result of encountering me, not feeling sad or hurt, disrespected. I don't want you to feel angry. I want you to feel better than what you did before you crossed my path or before I crossed your path. You see, it's intentional. Can you imagine if everyone felt that way? Like, had this idea of this, like, hey, everyone I encounter, I want them to feel good. I want them to feel happy. This world would be a completely different place if everybody collectively moved that way. That's big moving in love, right? That's moving in love. I choose to move in love. Brolena, anything that costs your inner peace is too expensive. I think he may have said that. Thank you so much. It's too much. But you hold the responsibility of correcting this. No one else. It's your responsibility. So with that being said, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you have the notification bell on so you know when I go live. I may go live and do another Car Chronicles in the evening. I did yesterday, so that's something new. I'm starting. I may do the 2 Car Chronicles in a day, one going into the office and one coming home. Y'all know it be a lot popping off in this world. So by the time I leave the office, it been some other ish popping. It's always something. It is always something. It's always something. So that means I'm always working, because I gotta get the information and bring it out to you. That's what I do. And all I ask is for you to like, share, subscribe, show up, watch the content, and stay tuned. Go out into the world and show up in a way in which you want others to show up for you, meaning like attract like. Give off good energy so you will receive good energy. That's what it's about, right? Do unto others as you want done unto you. Like, as simple as that. It's real basic. It's it, it's it's real basic. Just keep it simple. Move with love. Take care of yourself and one another. Heavy on the taking care of yourself, because so many of us are out here taking care of everyone else and neglecting ourselves, and it starts to show. So take care of yourself. Take care of home. I call this home. Home is your body. You got to take care of you, because if you're not good, those around you aren't going to be good. So you make sure you take care of yourself. Elon, take care of yourself, because little X bad ass. Take care of yourself. Be a part of the replay gang if you came in late. James said every action doesn't receive a response. No. And if you can understand that and master that, oh my God. There's so many people who haven't figured that out yet. There are so many people who haven't figured that out yet. Every action doesn't deserve a response, but it could possibly save your life by figuring it out. Practice makes perfect. Thank you for that, James. Hope you liked the video. Share, subscribe, and happy hump day. I will catch you all. You're figuring it out now. Yeah, we're all a work in progress. But at least you own it. We're a work in progress. That's what life's about. As long as we have breath in our lungs, that means that we have another opportunity to show up and be better for ourselves and for the next person. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Be safe. Take care of yourselves and one another. Um, Dr. J, Dr. J was at 1973. Is that your channel? My awesome moderator. She's a new content creator, and she talks about, her passion is education, and I think she has some health content out there. Definitely follow her. Dr. J, put your YouTube channel in the chat, please. So for those of you who are aspiring content creators, or if you are into content creation, Dr. J asked me, Sheik, if what is it that you wish someone had a told you early on when you first started content creation? And listen up. This is my response. I wish someone had a told me to figure out a way to merge what it is that I'm passionate about with what's trending, what's viral, what are people talking about, what are attention grabbers. Because, can you all still hear me? Make sure you all can still hear me. You content creation, it's bigger than what you want to do as a content creator, because what you may want to do, people may not be, thank you, Dr. J, people may not be here for it, to listen to that or to watch your content. So what good does it do? So what you have to do, you have to figure out, well, what is it that's grabbing people's attention? Okay, me, for example, my background is clinical mental health. I love talking about people, mental health, mind, body, and soul, all of that. I like talking about all of that. But talking about that alone, historically, hasn't gotten me the attention. So what I've done is merge that with politics, because everything that's going on in the world centered around politics, it's having an impact on people, mind, body, and soul. There is an impact. So I merge in the conversation. I'm tackling politics, but I'm also talking about people, the psychology of people, health, wellness. I'm still talking about that. So I'm merging them together. So I'm doing what I love, where I like to help, counsel, share, teach. I'm doing that while also sharing information about what's going on in the world that people in large numbers care about. Because a lot of people don't really care about mental health like that, or care like that, not in the way that one might think they should. But people do care if they can't afford groceries, if they can't afford to pay their bills, if they can't afford to put gas in their tank to get to work. People care about those things. So that is something I learned over time. Give the people what they want. That's what it comes down to. Give the people what they want. And it's trial and error. And you're likely, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to figure that out in the beginning. Probably the first maybe 6 months. You're lucky if you can figure it out in the first 6 months. This channel is like 7 months old. I have another channel I was about to say it's a larger channel. That other channel was larger until this channel. I grew it over, I don't know, it was over 25. I don't know what the numbers are now, but it's growing. It's growing very rapidly. So it's outgrown my other channel. But this channel was just a second channel that I wanted to start up to do something different from the first channel. And it wasn't until February where I figured out what I'm telling you. And here we are. February, 500 subscribers. Today, over 2,500 subscribers. So that's what it's about. It's trial and error, not giving it up, not giving up doing your research. Do your research. So that's the gym for today. For those of you who may be interested in content creation, or just, for yourself, or just curious, that's what it comes down to. Because you have to be passionate about anything that you do, just in life. You got to have passion, because that's the only way you can become the best at it. So, with that being said, happy hump day. Like, share, subscribe. Be safe out there. And I will catch you on the next broadcast. Peace.